Welcome to Ready, Set, Real Estate, where we will help empower and educate you on many different aspects of real estate, finance, and investing. Each week, we will expand your knowledge and uncover hidden truths. We will break down real-world scenarios and study actual how-to strategies. Anyone can buy real estate, but together we'll ensure you make smart real estate investment decisions. Now, here's your host, award-winning author, international speaker, and real estate educator, Lisa Gillett.
Happy Wednesday. Let's see here. Let me change my mode. There we go. What am I talking about? Happy Wednesday. It's Friday. See, that's what happens when you get off your show schedule. How are you wherever you are? You know what? My lighting's actually good, so I'm not going to mess with it. I think I'm good. Yeah, okay. Oh, something's happening. Something good is happening here. Let me fix my mic. Okay. Happy Friday, wherever you are on this phenomenal planet. It looks like it's graduation season. Congratulations. I'm like, congratulations. Congratulations to the class of 2026. Shout out. Woo, 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 woo. Shout out to the graduating class. I know I have family members who are graduating. My bonus sons, shout out to Ohani, he's graduated. Shout out to cousin Alexander, Alex Stovall. Woo! Congrats, guys. We're cheering you on. We're rooting you on to this next chapter. So happy, so excited. And I look forward to seeing and connecting with you this weekend. A little bowling fun, a little pool fun, and apparently the World Cup is happening and it's being broadcast at a park near you. So check that out if you're in the greater LA area. I saw Culver City. I follow one of these groups, and they've got something happening. They've got like their summer events coming up, like salsa and movies and sip and paint and all kinds of fun activities. So some pretty cool stuff is happening out and about. So make sure you get out of your cubbies, get out of your your little world and get out and connect with your neighbors, especially since we're post-COVID and post the pandemic. I'm sure you can appreciate being able to get out in the world after having been on lockdown for such a very long time. Who can appreciate that? Me. Say me, right? My husband says, knock your chest and say me. All right. Let's see. Today I actually decided, especially because I'm starting to see it come up more, and I decided I wanted to talk about short sales. And I'm getting lots of questions. Some folks are like, hey, put me on your list. I want to, I'm interested in buying foreclosures or short sales. So I want to talk more about that because some of you feel like you're getting a deal or you're getting a real discount with the short sales. That may be true. It may not be entirely true. So check out episode 241. I've already talked about how you get to short sale. Like, how does that even happen? What is a short sale? Today, I'll talk a little bit about what it is, but I want to give the vantage point. I'm going to do the POV from, buyer who's thinking they're getting a discount when they're purchasing, a discount on pricing, right? You feel like you're getting a deal. So I really want to walk you through just so you have a perspective of what we deal with on the side of negotiating short sales. And they are showing up. Foreclosures are showing up on the market, pre-foreclosure short sales. We know probate and trust sales are still alive and strong and well, and they're going to be doing that for the next decade plus. Especially, we're going to see that amped up, especially because we are watching live and direct, right? We don't need big screens for this. Some of you can look to your left and some of you can look to your right or right in front of you and see that you have family members who are aging in place, who are transitioning, and we are seeing the transference of that wealth within this generation, right? Within the baby boomer generation and those who are upwards in their, 70s and up, 80s and up. and they're live and well and going strong. But the reality is, we know they are the larger percentage of the population that are homeowners, that have held on to those properties for the last, since the 1960s. So to now, so it's been a while, right? Some of them paid off those 30-year mortgages. And that's what we're noticing, is this transference. We're experiencing this transference. Shout out to those of you who are tuning in and checking me on IG, who come here from next door. We're streaming off of Meta. Who else? YouTube, the YouTube and LinkedIn. And if you are not catching me on the live, thank you for tuning in and your continued love and support on listening on the radio podcast, on wherever you stream podcasting. I know we're on a couple podcasts, so shout out to those of you who are still going strong with me, right? 273 episodes strong, by the way. Yeah. And since then, I've done all kinds of little neat things. These platforms have emerged so much that there's so many cool things that we can do. Hey, I see Cassie and Katina. Are you still here? Are you still here? Let me change my view so I'm not staring at the, okay, yeah. Yeah, so are you still here? You still with these, these lowly people down here in LA and California? I definitely got to get to Italy. That is for sure. I definitely got to get to Italy. Oh, see, I just said, shout out to Class of 2026. So shout out to your son, Cassie. Absolutely. We're shouting out to the Class of 2026. So I'm so glad. So that means this is the last one, right? The youngest one, the little guy, is graduating. Okay. She says, but live on Etsy now. Okay. So let's get into this. You know how I do the show, right? We talk about quarterly goals, right? So what's your real estate goals? Just want to keep you accountable to what your goals are. So last time we talked about credit, we talked about saving. Still, if you haven't had a chance to check your credit, make sure you do that at ennealcreditreport.com. That is the only federally approved credit website, not the free credit report, not free FICO or all that other stuff. Ennealcreditreport.com. That's where you get the good stuff. You're able to check your credit report for free, all 3 credit reports for free. And you should be doing that. Why? Because some of you are looking to use these down payment assistance programs only to find out that you've got stuff on your credit that's affecting your debt to income ratio. That means how much debt is being recorded on your credit. That's where they're pulling it from, based on the income that you're bringing in. So very important, just like you check your bill and check your cell phone and check your messages and check your emails, you should be checking your credit report from all 3 credit bureaus. If you're new to this show, we do education here, real estate literacy. So yes, annualcreditreport.com, and make sure you are checking out Experian, TransUnion, and Equifax. And that's all I have to say about that. Okay. Let's see here. What else? I'm going through my checklist because it is Friday and you're just checking in. I normally do this on a Wednesday. I have been really tied up with my own schedule and my own world offline. But I enjoy doing this. I have so much fun doing this. And I miss connecting with you on the live. And again, this is my commitment to stay with you. After July. So here's the plan. I could talk my plans, right? People are like, don't share your plans. No. I can talk that because despite what other people got going on, it doesn't stop my execution, not at all. And I intend, because I'm getting a lot of requests for the show. A lot of folks are wanting to be on Ready, Set, Real Estate. And I'm really ecstatic about that. That means something great is happening. And I would think almost 300 episodes in, we're approaching that number over from 2017 to now, right? So just under 10 years, people are starting to get hip to it. I love it. I love it. See, get your cups. Get your cups. Look at this one. Look at this one. I love this one. Okay. Let's see. And I do plan on bringing some guests to the show. Like I shared, I think it was last week, I was talking about starting the real estate career series that I had first kicked off the show with. And we talked about careers in real estate. And I do want to bring that back. There's some other folks who are doing some really cool things in the industry as it relates to AI and crypto and different trends that is impacting the real estate industry. I'm really excited to bring them on to talk about how they're incorporating AI generation and AI design in things like blueprints and architecture and different things like that. So I'm really excited to have them on. But again, the way my life is set up right now, that's going to have to happen after July. So stay tuned. We're going to bring those folks on the show, and we'll just finish off the rest of the year with that information. Okay, good stuff there. So those are my quarterly goals. I'm still sticking to what I've got going on. I'm committed. I'm disciplined with it. And I trust that you are. So we're working and serving as an accountability partner. If you do need some specific tips to your situation, you are more than welcome. You are more than welcome in calling and texting me, right? You can send me a text. You can call me 323-488-3265. That's my direct number. And let me do a quick introduction before I go to commercial break. Lisa Gillett, also known as Super Agent, broker owner, Devenio Estates. We're a boutique firm serving all of California. And I'm a pricing strategy advisor, short sale and foreclosure certified. And I hold the designation certified seniors real estate specialist and all kind of other cool stuff. And yeah, all that means really is that I do continuing education. I stay sharp so that I can educate and provide you with the information so you can make informed decisions. And that's about it. Let's see. Today's show sponsor is, no, shameless plug. No, shameless plug. Devenio Estates. So that means we'll be right back after this sponsor break.
We know how challenging it can be to try and sell a home while also dealing with other financial and legal matters. We're here to help. Devenio Estates is the real estate firm you need to make sure your unique situation is handled as quickly and efficiently as possible. Our team of professionals has a combined experience of over 30 years in real estate, construction, and finance industries. As active professionals in the industry, we know the importance of timelines and pride ourselves in providing superior service without compromising integrity. We use industry software and copyrighted proposals so that our real estate agents submit accurate and complete listing information and buyer offers. Our goal is to exceed your expectations and set Devenio Estates as the go-to real estate firm for excellence in advocacy and superior services for our clients. Contact us today to learn more about our services.
Fantastic. It's showtime. It is showtime. Let me do this real quick so I can clean up the background. It's pretty busy on that view. Let's go this way. Very good. I like it much better. I like it like that. All right, 273, and we're talking about short sale. We're going to do classroom style. I've got a quick slide here for you so that we can follow along, or you can follow along with me. And the question is, are there discounts? Do you get a good deal and a discount on a short sale? Essentially what that means is you do get a deal, because otherwise you wouldn't have access to a property that a seller would not be selling. They are selling because they are in over their head. In other words, they are underwater. They've got some financial situations going on that creates this short sale scenario. In particular, they've got a growing debt, meaning they've borrowed so much against the property, or they've got themselves caught up in things that I still see impacting our communities, which are those hero and pace lanes. I still see, those sharks are out there swimming in the pond, swimming in the lake, really. And as much as I've been sharing with you and I've been screaming at the top of my lungs, do not sign up for these programs because it's going to attach a crazy lien to your property taxes, causing your property taxes to double, if not triple. And that could be a significant impact on your housing situation if you are on a fixed income. So who am I talking with? I'm talking mainly with people who have bought these properties the last 20 years. If you're someone who bought it maybe like 10 years ago, I would probably say, I think you should know better, but that's not fair because you might just be in your own world and think this is a good decision. And the way it's pitched to you, unfortunately, it sounds like a really great idea, but financially it's not. These things are financed against your property taxes for a period of 20 years at high interest rates, and it runs with the land. And what does that mean? That means that it supersedes your mortgage in terms of priority. What am I talking about? I'm talking about the HERO and PACE liens that act as super liens over your mortgage and over other, your HELOC, your home equity line of credit. So these are things that end up attaching itself to your property, not just by happenstance, chance, or anything, but by your actions as a homeowner. So this is why I implore you, get connected with a trusted advisor, someone that you can call and you can ask questions and say, hey, is this a good idea? I get calls daily. Not all these calls are necessarily calls for selling or buying, but these are people who have said, you know what, Lisa, you are part of my real estate team, my team of advisors. And I just need to find out. I just got a call. Someone is saying that they could fix my roof, they can do termite work, they can paint my house, they can do my landscaping. Is this a good idea? This is the program they are pitching or offering me. And they say I don't have to make any payments for the first 12 months and I don't have to worry about it. So the question I usually ask is, someone's got to pay for it, right? Someone's got to pay for those programs. And it's really important for you to get connected with someone who's in real estate, who's active, right? That can ask those questions and answer those questions for you. Shout out to LA Mogul. I've got to get you on the show. You should definitely get connected. I know you've got some stuff going on, but I would like to get you on the show after July. My scheduling for show guests, I just said it before you jumped down on the IG, is after July. Shout out to Delroy Cam 71 on the IG. I definitely want to shout out to our IG folks who are tuning in. So I definitely want to get you on the show. Check out, go and follow you guys, LA_mogul, doing great things in the Crenshaw area. I mean, if you grew up in Crenshaw, I went to Crenshaw High, so I like just to drive down Crenshaw today is mind blowing, and it is fantastic to see what LA Mogul is doing. So we're going to get him on the show so he can talk about his perspective and just really dive deep in terms of what it means and what his family has been doing in keeping legacy properties, And he's got Clark on 54th, and we're excited and we're cheering you on, brother. We are cheering you on. All right. Okay, guys. So as we continue, and if this is how I'm going to tie this in that comment as I'm talking about short sales and can I get a discount and the predatory programs and loans that are happening in our communities. Because if we are not looking out for our seniors and we're not looking out for our folks, they can easily get caught up with getting these nasty liens recorded on their property. And when the transference happens, right, to the next generation, they are inheriting a problem. And I'm sure with inheriting that problem, you may feel overwhelmed, don't know what to do. And the first thing you're going to think about is, I just need to sell it and dump this property. And there's a lot more to it. And again, like I said, get with your trusted team of advisors and folks that you know that are really advocates. And that's what we talk about here on the show. All right, moving on. as we jump into short sale, like I said, check out episode 241 where I talk about short sales and how you get here. Today, we're going to talk about the buyer perspective, because a lot of people and a lot of you are asking me, Lisa, can I get a deal on a short sale? Where do I get the deal from? And hey, so yes, you can get a deal, but let's talk about how those numbers, how do we come up with the numbers? Because right now I've got some clients who are sending me short sales, and these short sales are teaser prices, right? These prices are not going to be what the lender or the lien holder is going to agree to sell that property for. This is all strategy by the agent, by the broker, to get an offer so that they can pitch, negotiate, and present to the lender in order for them to get the short sale process initiated, reviewed, and approved. All right. So with that, we start off with what is called a BPO, broker priced opinion. Very tedious. If you do these as an agent and broker, God bless you. God bless you. If you do BPOs, I used to do them. Not anymore. Not anymore. It's a great way to, you earn some funds, but they're not paying that much. I rather do it on a private way. So I do it for attorneys, and I do it for accountants, and I do it for private individuals who are looking for this. And I am able to set my price. When you work with banks, they're wanting to give you, I don't know, what's the going price for the BPO? Hugh Williams, where you at? What's the price for the going BPOs right now? It's like something like maybe $100. That's not my rates. I'm not doing all that work for $100. And that includes driving to the property, taking photos, and then preparing like this very elaborate, very detailed report for them being the lender and the lien holder who is getting an idea. They want to know what this property is valued. You are essentially eyes for this property. So if you ever see somebody drive down in front of your house, if you're going through this and take pictures, that means because one or two things: the insurance company has sent somebody out, or the lender or lien holder has sent someone out. They need eyes on the property, and they want to get a valuation of the exterior of the property in consideration with some other market factors: how close you are, how close or far you are to a freeway, an alley, different things. So we see you. Shout out to JD Car King. Thanks for tuning in. And the reason why they send us out is because, right, we are the eyes and the ears for the lender. They're wanting to make sure the offer that they received, is it near, close, or at fair market value? So one of the things they look for and ask us to do is prepare the report and the value of that property in its as-is condition. As-is condition. They want to get the after repair value. So if they were to put money into it and fix it up, how much would it be worth? How much could we sell it for? And then they also want to know what the value is for a quick sale, right? Something less than 30 days. How would you price this property for under 30-day quick sale? Move it quickly. So those are things that they are asking for when we talk about pricing and valuation of dealing with short sales. So the discount, the question is there really a discount? Is there really a discount? I feel like my slides are out of order. Nope, they're not. Cool. The question is, so with that being said, is there a discount? I do feel like I missed one. Oh, I did miss one, but it's okay. I did talk about it, and I was talking about the approval process. So before I jump into that, I can talk about it here in terms of the approval process. Once they get the BPO, there's an approval process that happens. They review it, and they're checking your offer against the BPO and vice versa. Either they would have already had the BPO done, so they've got an idea of valuation, or when you've skipped that process and you've gone direct to market, and what they want to see is, how long have you been on the market? Has there been a reasonable amount of market exposure? Is it put in a public listing service, something like the MLS, the multiple listing service? They want to see that. They're going to want to see an official listing agreement. They will also want to see the offer, full offer package. That means from a buyer, buyer who's qualified, more than qualified, either has proof of funds, has their pre-approval, or they've got the line of credit to show the cash to close. They will want to see. And the most important part is they want to see the homeowner's estimated net equity sheet. So the estimated homeowner equity sheet. They want to see what the numbers, right, based on this price, based on what I owe, right, homeowner, based on what is owed on the property. And if there are any other lien holders, they are going to want to see that they are also approving to accept less than what is owed before they agree to approving the sale at a short of what is owed. So here is what is important. You know what? This is going to really bug me real quick. So let me see if I got a quick second to fix this slide, because I actually had, what happened to my slide? Oh, that is crazy, guys. I had like a whole thing and my slides just disappeared. Let me see if I can, let me just see real quick. I can't undo it. But anyway, so here's also what I wanted to talk about along with the lender approval is if they approve a short sale, it's important to understand, and let me just focus here for a sec. It's important to understand that once the lender approves a short sale, if you're in California, there's anti-deficiency statute. So that's great. If you are a homeowner, that means they cannot sue you. Prior to the Obama administration, they were able to pursue you for a deficiency judgment, meaning the remaining balance of what you owed them on your mortgage. So if you owe them $500, you sell the property for $450. That means they are short. You're short $50,000. They would sue you for the $50,000. But in California, there's anti-deficiency statutes, and that's applicable to residential properties from 1 to 4 units. Does not include commercial properties, and does not include corporate borrowers that are owned by an entity, an LLC. So they are exempt from this statute. They don't get that protection. So very important to know as well. Okay, so the real question here, let me get back to it. I just wanted to throw that in there. The real question here is, so is there natural savings to the buyer? So it depends on the offer price and terms. The bank still pays broker fees, woohoo for us. The lender may offer seller relocation funds. So for those who are in the property, the homeowner may get maybe $5,000, $8,000 as relocation money, and the reason being is that it is allocated as a relocation money. More importantly, on a short sale is the seller cannot walk away with money in their pocket. Why? Because they are asking the lender to accept less than what they owe. It's a deficiency. It's deficiency. You can't walk away with a profit, but what you can walk away to help out your situation is relocation funds. And we've been able to do that and achieve that. Okay. And then do know that the property sold at usually a fair market value based on the offer and the BPO. So discount, not so much. It's not that kind of party, you guys. Lenders are not just giving away properties just because you need to sell it short of what you owe. No, that's not what's happening. Lenders have a process. They've got a system, and what they're trying to do is maximize what they can get out of that asset, right? The property's collateral. This is their opportunity to sell by way of your agent, and you're voluntarily selling as opposed to them filing a foreclosure against you to then sell the property at a trustee sale or auction. They are deciding to save the cost, save the time, and work with you on a short sale and let bygones be bygones and write off the difference. That's usually how that works. So it's not really a discount for you buyers who are looking for, a deal. All you're doing is you are getting a property that is being sold for less than what is owed. So if they owe $900,000, I've got one that I've been tracking. They owe $900,000, and the property is now, nope, let me do this one. I've got another one I'm tracking. They owe $1.2 million, They were trying to sell it for 1.5, but the market value is less than 1.2, which is what they owe. Guess what? Short sale or foreclosure. Depends on which route they choose. We're still working on it. I'll keep you posted. All right. With that being said, this has been short, sweet, and strong. I like it. If you need to contact me direct, if you got any questions about any unique situation, feel free to contact me, text me, call me direct, 323-488-3265. Again, 323-488-3265. You can also send me an email at lisa@lasuperagent.com. That's lisa@lasuperagent.com. And listen, don't be shy. You can go ahead and subscribe to the channel, LA Super Agent, on all of your favorite platforms. I really like IG. I pop on LinkedIn every now and then, and Meta, not so much. But this is where you can find me regularly once a week. If not, I'm not online. You catch me offline doing wonderful things in real estate and off-world and enjoying life that I trust that you'll be doing the same too. With that being said, we'll see you next week on same channel, same time, same place for another information-packed episode. Take care, guys. We'll see you next time. This has been really, really, really fun. All right.
Thank you for listening to the Ready, Set Real Estate Podcast with Lisa Gillett, the LA Super Agent. Please like, subscribe, and share LA Super Agent